There are people who are spending 1 hour a day that are bringing in millions of views and generating thousands of dollars a month by just posting Roblox shorts from their bedroom. In this video, I will be guiding you step by step on how to find viral videos, how to create those videos, how to edit them for attention, how to make high click-through rate thumbnails, and a few unspoken secrets along the way that most creators hide from you. I have used this strategy across multiple channels, raking in millions of views, and I will be showing you everything I do and hiding nothing. So if you're ready to learn and start building your own shorts channel, let's get started. So first of all, you have to find the right niche, which is really easy to choose from Roblox as they have a chart section showing the most popular games at the time so that you can get the biggest market reach possible. And as of right now, one of the best games to make shorts on is this, +1 Keyboard Escape. This is where the top people are making millions of views right now. So before we start filming, we need to find a video to take inspo from. So what I do is I search up the game name and filter to shorts only, and try find a video that we like the look of. Try find a video that is faceless, voiceless, unless you want to do voice, simple, and is pulling in a lot of views. So I found this guy who has been getting a lot of views recently, and I like his style. So I ended up picking this video.
Yo, chill! Wait.
I got this! I got this!
Easy! Yes! Let's go!
Now that you have found a video that you would like to recreate, you need to start by opening the game. But there is one thing to note, is some creators can make these type of videos legit, but what the top creators do is we actually have a private Discord server with all the modded games, giving you access to loads of tools that you did not have before. And if you are interested and you want to see it for yourself, the link is in the description. But now we are on the modded server. You can do this with modded, but it's just a lot easier. So I'm just going to give you a super speedy show of some of the things that you can do on modded. So here is the admin panel. You can get rid of some UI or all of it. You can edit your avatar or morph as another player. You can become an item from the game or a mob. Change your stats to anything. Spawn a custom keycap that you can edit. Go God mode and spawn any mobs. Build tools that you can move, rotate, scale, change texture, or just do anything with. Free cam, a locked free cam. You can even import any model. These are just a few of the tools you have access to. I don't have time to go through them all, so let's just start recording the video. Okay, so I recommend using OBS to record your videos, which is what I'm using. And make sure you have good quality settings for both Roblox and OBS. Let's look at the video we did.
Yo, chill! Wait.
Okay, so first we need to hide the UI like the video did to make it look way smoother. Okay, now we need to walk at a slow speed and die. Then in the next part, we're going to walk a bit faster and then die. Then we're going to walk even faster, run, and then die. Next, we're going to have a video of the camera shaking, and this is going to be angry, but we'll edit it later. Next, a video of them dragging the treadmill in. So for this, we want to first edit the map so it looks a bit more clean, deleting and moving stuff around. And then we want to move the treadmills down a bit so there's more space to move them. Now let's record dragging them in. Also jumping on the treadmill. Now in the final clip, I turn God mode and use my fly command to fly across the map. And now the entire recording process is done, so let's switch over to CapCut and start editing. Okay, so first press the import button and import all your clips. Then you should trim it down by using these edges like this. I've already done this. Next, you need to make your clips audio 0 so there is no background noise. You also want to change the screen ratio to either of these to make it fit a shot. You also want to scale all your clips as I'm doing here to make all the clips fit. You can also crop any unnecessary things like the bottom. Next, press add adjustment. I have mine saved as a preset already, so click add adjustment, not what I'm doing. Then make the adjustment fit the clip. These are the settings for them. Copy mine and pause if needed. This is before and this is after. Now we are going to do a call to action. which is a way to get more subscribers. So first, we are going to freeze the clip, which is going to freeze it for 2 seconds. Now, I added my images from Google, link in the description for a PNG maker. I then resized and moved them to a good place. Then, I added a text saying, "Will I make it?" For font, I will be using Rubik. I also made it bold and added some stroke. And one thing I like to do is make some of the text a different color to make words that I want to stand out. I do this because it makes the text easier to read in a way. Okay, so now I'm going to add blur effect for this background and drag it in to the bottom so that it does not affect the other overlays. If you want to add a sound from a video, import the clip and make the opacity 0 in blend. I also resized it here so it would fit. I then also resized the rest of the clips for this call to action. I have left a link in the description for you with hundreds of free sound effects for you guys. I will be adding a rising sound effect and a smooth sound effect after that. Okay, so now we will be using keyframes for this next part, so look carefully. We will place one keyframe here, go further down and move it a bit. This will create another keyframe and it will make the image move to that place. I then did this across the whole clip to make some movement so it does not look flat and boring. This is what it looks like. I think this is a little fast, so to make it slower, you will need to make it a compound clip and then change the speed so it is slower. Now as you can see, it is a lot slower. I then did this for the rest of the clips, and this is how it turned out.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
Okay, so there is a bit in the video where the player is just waiting, so I'm going to crop that part out so the viewer doesn't lose interest. Now this is just me putting in some sounds from the link in the description, in places that I thought would look nice. Next I added the angry sound, and I added a red overlay from Google, and I trimmed it and resized it so it fit the clip. I also lowered the opacity. Next, I added an angry sticker from CapCut Stickers, resized it and positioned it, and it turned out looking like this. Okay, now for the part where I drag in the treadmills. I cut up the video so that you can only see when the treadmill is moving. I also added a slide sound effect for each slide. It turned out looking like this. Next, I will be editing the part where I jump on the treadmill. So first, I added a running green screen. I made it fit the clip and I used a chroma key to remove the green in the image, increasing the intensity to make it look better. I also had a shake effect and resized it to fit the clip. Now it looks like this. Next, I did the screen icons. So I made a text for each speed number. I resized it so it was the whole clip. And I rescaled and moved it so they were in a good place on my screen. I then imported a shoe icon from Google and rescaled 4 of them above each number. I made them disappear and reappear after the call to action, as I didn't want them colliding. I then cropped the beginning of each of them so that they could appear at different times. I then lined up each icon with the text for it. Now looks like this. Additionally, I added the popping sound when each icon appeared. It now looks like this. Next, I will be trimming my sounds, so it only plays until I die. Each time I made the audio faster, so it sounds like this. I did this with the rest of the video. Next, I made the death screens. So for this, I added a red overlay and I resized it and scaled it to fit the clip. I also trimmed it a bit as I thought it was too long. I then placed an opacity key at the beginning and end, making the transparency go from low to high. I then added an X overlay. I trimmed it and resized it and moved it over the first number. I then place 3 keyframes at the beginning of the overlay, where I want the animation of their appearing to happen. I then made a middle keyframe bigger. And I made the first keyframe scaled to 0. The third keyframe should stay as it is. It should now look like this. Before we finish the video, we are going to make the start more optimal for attention. So first, we will add a zoom animation. Final thing we'll be doing is adding an arrow to grab the attention. First, we will add the same keyframe scale settings as we just did on the X overlay. So just copy this. And we are going to do the same thing from the other side. So it's the animation of the arrow disappearing. Now you should position the arrow to the place you want it to be first. You should then go to the third keyframe and add a transform keyframe. Then go to the middle and place another keyframe that you want the arrow to go halfway to. It should look like this so far. Then go to the third to last keyframe and move the arrow to where you want it to end up. It should look like this so far. You should open up the variable speed animation settings by right click, and you should open the rotate, the y-axis and the x-axis. You should then click on these lines that aren't the flat ones and open the graphs. You should then hold Control and select the rest of the lines on the left and click cubic graph. Then the same lines on the right but with cubic out. Then close the menu. And this is how it should look. Next, I'm going to be showing you the CTR method. But before I do that, this is the finished video.
Huh? Yes!
Let him cook! Let him cook now!
Hey! Come on, man! That's too easy!
Hey, yo, chill!
Three, two, one.
Let's go!
Now I'm going to show you the formula I use to make high click-through rate thumbnails. So first, you want to find a channel that makes similar style content to you, and you want to go to their shorts and click popular. Then you are going to go through and find a thumbnail you like the style of. I like this one, so I'm going to go to the end of this video and take a screenshot of the thumbnail. I then put this image in ChatGPT and ask it a series of prompts until I like what I get. These are the prompts I gave and what I got from them. This is nearly finished, but last thing I want to do is put it at the last frame of my video so I can select it as my short thumbnail. Just remember, if you're on PC, you will need to edit the thumbnail on mobile. Search up a tutorial on YouTube if you don't know what I mean, on how to put the thumbnail on your short. You then want to duplicate it as an overlay and make the name clip scaled to fit the ratio. Then you want to add a blur effect and put it under the overlay. It should look like this. This is what my finished thumbnail looks like. A couple bonus tips for you guys is you want to keep consistent times and post the exact same time every single day or every other day. Stick to that time for about 30 days and your shorts, if good enough, should start picking up. You also want to write a few keywords in your YouTube studio so that the algorithm knows who to push your videos to. And also come here to check these also enabled. Also, make sure you have 2 keywords in your title about what your video is. And as long as you have the skill of finding an outline and remaking this into your own videos, this is how you grow viral.